Last time we talked about three different methods to find the greatest common factor, or GCF, between two numbers. We also talked about Euclid's algorithm and how it's good to use when you're trying to write a computer program to do it. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So first of all, let's look up Euclid's algorithm. That's EUCLID algorithm. Here it is. And here is a Wikipedia article about it. So you can learn all about Euclid's algorithm and how it works. But I'm just going to scroll down. Well, I'm just going to scroll down. There is some pseudocode. Here it is. Here's pseudocode. Basically, it's not real code. It's not a programming language, but it's kind of in a form of code. And there are two different methods. But here is the one that just uses subtraction. All right. And this is kind of what we're going to refer to when we're writing our our code. And so we know we stop when it's zero. And if it's zero, that means the two numbers that I'm subtracting are equal to each other. So while it's not equal, we're going to keep doing these steps while these two numbers are not equal. And these two numbers, of course, are start off as the numbers that we're trying to find the greatest common factor for. Here they call it the greatest common divisor. Two different names for the same thing. Greatest common divisor, greatest common factor. All right. So here, if we say if A is greater than B, then we're going to replace A with a new value for A, which is going to be A subtracted from B. And that way we're keeping our same two smallest values like we did before, because our largest value A is going to be replaced with the smaller value. Same thing with here. If it's B is greater, then we're going to replace B. And we're going to keep doing that, and we're going to return A as our answer because they're going to be equal at this point. If it gets to this point, both A and B are equal, so we just pick one. You could return B. All right, so let's do some code, and I want to make it a little fun. I don't want it to be as boring as just, hey, here's the calculation. Let's have some fun with this. Let's put them in a school setting, give them a nice school backdrop. School, where's the school? Here's the school. So here the cat is at school. I'll move him down a little bit. All right, so here's the cat at school. I'm going to add another character. Here, a character. Go to people. I'm going to choose Devin. All right, so I choose Devin. And I'm going to put Devin about right there. All right. So Devin is going to be my character who's going to find the greatest common factor between two numbers. All right. And so when I click on Devin, all right, then that's when I'm going to start my program. So let's go to controls or events. When I click on this sprite, that's when I'm going to start when I click on him. So the first thing I need to do is I need to get two numbers to find the greatest common factor for. And so I want Devin to speak. So I'm going to click down at the bottom there, and I'm going to click text to speech. And I'm going to tell him to speak. I want him to say hello first. Hello. All right.
Hello.
I want to change his voice. I'm going to change his voice to be maybe a tenor voice.
Hello.
Or maybe a giant voice.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. There we go. That's what I want him to say. All right. And so, and I'm going to make it also say it in a little text bubble. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. There we go. So he's going to say hello, starting out. Then he's going to ask for those numbers. And we have to go to sensing. But first he's going to say it. He's going to say, let's find the greatest common factor. Okay. And I'm also going to have him say it in a text bubble. And maybe he needs to say that for at least 5 seconds since it's a longer thing. And I'm going to copy that. All right. Let's find the greatest common factor. We can click it and test it.
Hello. Let's find the greatest common factor.
Yeah, all right. So first thing he's going to ask is, we're going to have him ask and wait. What is the first number? What is the first number? All right. Oh, we need to create variables to hold it. We're going to create two variables. Well, let's do A and B. A. Let's use A and B like they did. All right, so we have our variables A and B. And so we're going to ask what the first number is, and we're going to set A to be the first number, set A to be the answer to that question. And then we're going to ask again for another number. All right. What is the second number? All right. And we're going to go to variables, and we're going to set B to be the second answer, the next answer to that question. And I also want him to say it too. I want him to say it too. So let's see. We're going to have him say it first. And I'm just going to paste it. And so I'm going to speak it here. I double clicked to highlight it all, double click, and then I right click and paste. All right, so there we go. Now, let's test it.
Hello. Let's find the greatest common factor. What is the first number?
Let's say 6.
What is the second number?
And let's say 9. All right, as we can see, it shows the numbers we entered. We haven't done anything with those numbers yet, but now we have those numbers. And I don't think we need to see the numbers, so I'm going to hide them. So I'm going to put here hide variable A, and I'm going to put hide variable B. That way we won't see them on the screen. But now we know that they are storing some information. So now we got A and B. Now we're ready to follow the algorithm here while A is not equal to B. So we need a control loop. So we're gonna say do this until, here we go, repeat until A is equal to B, right? It's kind of the same thing, it just said it backwards. While A not equal to B until A is B. So it's kind of the same thing, just saying it two different ways. Until A equals B. So we're going to say, go to our variables, until A equals B. We're going to keep doing whatever's inside the middle here. We're going to keep doing those things. So the first thing is we're going to do an if statement. If A is greater than B, then do this, else do that. So we need an if-else block. Let's go back to control. Here is our if-else block. Let's put that there. And we're going to ask if A is greater than B. So we need an operator greater than. Here's our greater than block. So, and we need our variables A and B again. A and B. All right. So if A greater than B, we're going to set A. We're going to set A equal to A minus B. So we need an operator, subtraction. And so here, A minus B. A minus B. All right. All right. Else, we're going to set B. All right. Else set B. Set B equal to B minus A. B. Oh, we need our operator. Subtraction. All right. Variable B minus A. All right. And so, and that's it. That's the end of the code. So now we reach the end. So it's going to keep doing all this until this condition is true. And when it's true, we're done. So now we're going to tell the user what the result is, right? So let's do that. So let's say, we're going to speak it. We're going to speak. All right. We're going to say the answer is, but we're going to say what the answer is, then we're going to know that the answer is either A or B, or A and B, both of them, because they're equal at this time. So we're going to say, we're going to join. Here you can join two words together. We're going to say the greatest common factor is, in space, and then we're going to put our result here, which is A, right? Because we returned A. A is going to be our result. So the greatest common factor is A. And I also want to say it. And I think 2 seconds is enough. So we're going to change that back to 2. And I'm just going to copy this, duplicate, and then I can put that
Hello.
there.
Let's find the greatest common factor. What is the first number?
I'm going to do 6.
What is
9,
the second number?
9.
The greatest common factor is 3.
Hey, it works. All right. But I also want him to look like he's thinking or something. Let's change his costume when he's calculating it. So there we go. So we're going to start off with the hello. We're going to have him ask a question, and then he's going to have him say the result. All right, let's do that. So he's going to start off like this with the hello. All right. And then we're going to have him switch to costume C. All right. Right here. Switch costume to costume C. There we go. Switch to costume C. All right. Then when he gets ready to compute, we're going to switch to the costume that looks like he's thinking. That's B. All right. So right here, right before, after we get the second number, we're going to switch him to costume B. Costume B. And then when he gets the result, we're going to switch him to costume there. Yeah. That one. D. All right. So let's do that. Switch to costume D. When he gets ready to spit the O. Say the answer. All right. And then we're going to switch him back to A. So he can start back where he started.
Hello. Let's find the greatest common factor. What is the first number? What is the second number? The greatest common factor is 3.
All right. See, he didn't do a lot of time thinking because it's a pretty easy problem. But you get the idea. And if we wanted to, we can put a wait block in here. Wait 1 second so we can see him thinking. Let's do that. Let's try
Hello.
16 and 12 again.
Let's find the greatest common factor. What is the first number?
12.
What is the second number?
16.
The greatest common factor is 4.
All right, it works. And if we want to let the cat do some computing too, we can do that. We can just drag this to the cat. And the highlights, we can release it. We can change his voice to be a kitten. And now when we click him, he'll do the calculation. So let's click the cat.
Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.